This video comes to you from Gongaii Games, your source for Star Wars Destiny singles, sealed product, and tons of other great games. Check them out at gongaii.com. Hello everyone and welcome to Dice Commando. This is round 1 of 4 of today's standard tournament at Gongaii Games. On our left we have Derrick playing Rebel Trooper Elite Luke 3 and Ezra, that's the yellow Ezra. On our right we have Cole playing his mono yellow 4-wide, Jar Jar, Anakin, and double Partisan. Alright, so Derrick has won the roll-off and he will get to choose battlefields. He's running the Outer Rim Outpost, which is gain a money and draw a card. And Cole was running the Mos Espa Arena, but it looks like Derrick has chosen his battlefield. Cole puts 1 on Jar Jar, 1 on Anakin, and we begin. Derrick opens with a Ezra's lightsaber, on Ezra of course. Cole brings in Anakin, who rolled a blank. Then comes Ezra with a special on Ezra's saber and a 1 gun on Ezra. That's pretty good. Now note that when Ezra's saber is on Ezra, that he can not only hit for 2, but he also gets to disrupt. Alright, so there is a truce. Each player gets $1, and in comes a gang up. So gang up has X's on it, and that is equal to X is equal to the number of yellow characters in play. Alright, it is Derrick's action. Now there is no money now for him to disrupt if he hits for 2, but hitting for 2 still seems pretty good. So he's going to resolve his 2, and he's going to put it into the first Partisan, or the last Partisan, whichever way you want to go. The healthy Partisan comes in, rolls a 2 indirect. Alright, Derrick resolves Ezra's gun, puts another into the Partisan, who's now at the wounded Partisan, who's now at 3. 2 indirect is dealt. Each of the Partisans makes the top card proc, or top card discard of the deck. So we lost 2 cards from the deck, and then 1/2 indirect goes on to the Rebel Trooper. Alright, now Derrick truces. Each player gains $1. Okay, in comes an Ancient Lightsaber. I'm curious why Derrick didn't, if he had that truce, why he didn't truce and then resolve the Ezra Saber, because that would have actually taken that $1 away from Cole. Right, so comes in with a 2 indirect on the Partisan, and it looks like an X disrupt, so that'd be a 4 disrupt, so good thing that Ancient was down on Luke already. Alright, so the Rebel Trooper comes in, guardians the 2 indirect, so that's not actually taking indirect, not that it matters at this point since the Partisan ability has already been used. Alright, Cole pitches a reroll, again gets a disrupt, and a 1 money on Anakin. He's holding Jar Jar in reserve for a reroll. Luke comes in, gets $1, $1 on the Ancient, and a 1 shield on Luke. Oop, Cole pitches that Vibro Cutlass to reroll. Man, he keeps getting the same thing. Right? Derrick pitches to reroll. It's a 2 money, or sorry, a 2 shield, a 2 shield, and a 1 melee, but it's all for naught because here comes Jar Jar. He gets the money, so everything that's not money rerolls. Alright, so Luke is now showing, oh, that was a pretty good roll for Derrick. So Luke's showing a 1 shield, a 2 shield, a +3 melee, so he's going to be able to put 6 in, so he's going to kill the 1 Partisan. And then, is he going to go after the other Partisan? He does. He puts 2, no, just the 1 into the Partisan. Okay, so that Rebel Trooper is showing $1, so didn't re-roll. Cole's going to take his 2 money. And that gang up die, of course, went away when that Partisan died. Alright, so that is it. We'll go into round 2. Derrick does have the battlefield. So Cole has $5. That's enough for a nice Vibro Cutlass. But Derrick gets to go first. He has $3. We see Luke's staff in his hand, and impulsive. Looked like a hidden motive as well. So he's going to roll in Ezra. Gets a 1 gun on Ezra again, and a shield on Ezra's saber. Alright, there is Anakin's pod racer for 1-2, which does have ambush. What's Cole going to do? Is he going to roll it in? He does. Looks like it got the, is that the 2 shield side? 1 more gun into the Partisan. Here comes Anakin with a shield. But he then flips. Now it's on the 2 shield. So Anakin's ability, when Anakin rolls in, he can flip a droid or pod racer to any side. Alright, so Derrick actually activates Jar Jar. It's to re-roll. He gets a 1 gun on Ezra's saber, and we get a blank on Anakin and a discard on the pod racer, which Cole will resolve. Alright, so he gets to discard 1 from the 1 discard, and then the second discard was from Anakin's ability. The pod racer says after you resolve this die, you may mill the top card of a deck, or if you spot Anakin, discard. That's why he took 2 discards that time. Alright, so in comes a Partisan. Or not. Maybe. Yep, here comes Partisan with 2 indirect. So Derrick will probably Guardian that. And she does. Rebel Troopers now at 6. So Cole is high on tricks but low on damage sources here. The Trooper does come in with a 1 gun. Goes to Cole. Cole's thinking it over here. If he loses that Partisan, he's so he shocks the 1 gun. Alright, Luke's staff comes down on Luke. Alright, Rebel. Or, sorry, not Rebel. Pitches Rebel to reroll. Jar Jar gets a disrupt. Anakin gets a money. Luke comes in with a pretty good roll. So he did get a blank on the staff, but he's showing a 1 shield and a 2 shield, as well as a single shield on the Ancient. So he can't kill the Partisan quite yet. Jar Jar disrupts. So he puts 1, 2, 3 into the Partisan. Oh my goodness. So he pitches to reroll, gets a 2 melee and a +3 melee on his Ancient and the staff. Alright, so Cole drops Diplomatic Protection. So when this character dies, each other character gets 2 shields. So I mean, aside from the overkill anyway, I'm probably gonna see a target change here, I would guess. Does he go for Jar Jar or does he go for Anakin's the question. Right, so he puts 5 in Anakin, so Anakin will be at net 4 after that shield. It's Cole's action, who claims, so he'll get to draw and he'll take a money, and then Derrick passes. Alright, so Cole gets first action here. Derrick is in a really good spot here. Alright, so Cole makes sure he gets his money, and then he brings in a pod racer for 1. Pod racer does have ambush. And with his ambush, he plays Boomas. There's some more damage sources. Alright, in comes Ezra with a disrupt and a blank. Cole's thinking about playing something. He does. He pays 1 for another Diplomatic Protection on Anakin. That will certainly help keep people alive. Ooh, another Ancient on Luke. Looks fully loaded with some pretty good weapons here. Partisan comes in with a disrupt. Luke comes in with a blank, a 1 melee, a 2 melee, and a 3 melee. So that's pretty good. In comes Jar Jar. He's going to make Derrick reroll everything. Jar Jar comes in with the shield. Let's see if we can get all this down. Alright, so the Ancient's on a 1 melee. Luke's on a focus and a 1 resource. The other Ancient's on a resource. We've got a 2 melee on the staff. 1 on a 1 resource on Ezra's saber, and a +2 gun on Ezra. And it is Derrick's action. And that Partisan looks like rolled a money. Now at this point, Derrick's got to start chewing through shields, so I think he just got to put somebody down. That Partisan's only 1 away, and he can die with that 1 melee. You're going to have to chew through shields somehow, so may as well get dice off the table, right? So we see that Impulsive still in his hand. He does have another Truce in his hand, and it looks like his secret weapon looks like my ally has the Force there in the leftmost position. Derrick's thinking it over. So he pitches Defend to re-roll everything that's not showing damage, and hits pretty hard. So he gets a 2 melee on Ezra's saber, and he got a +3 on the Ancient. Boomas comes in and hits indirect. Looks like the 2 indirect to me. Goes back to Derrick. Okay, so Derrick's going to Impulsive. He's going to use that focus. Seems pretty good. So he uses the Luke focus to 2 shield, which can of course be resolved as melee. So now he's going to kill the Partisan. So each other character gets 2 shields. Okay, so that is done. Now the Partisan is dead, so there's no more milling upon indirect. Okay, now it is still Derrick resolving, so he's going to put there's 5. Okay, so he puts in 5 to kill Anakin. Sorry, 7 to kill Anakin, sorry. And then now he'll put the remaining 3 into Jar Jar, which just puts Jar Jar, because Jar Jar couldn't, of course, gain 2 more shields because it was already full. So Jar Jar is now at 7 health, and Goal is in trouble. So he deals his 2 indirect, which goes on to Ezra, or Derrick places onto Ezra. Podracer comes in with a blank, which means it bounces back to the hand. Derrick is passing. Podracer comes in with a blank. Or sorry, Anakin's Podracer comes in with a blank. A Trooper rolls in with a shield. Okay. Jar Jar takes a shield. Derrick pitches to re-roll. There's a gun to pair with Ezra. Maz's Vault goes down. We're gonna hit for 3 on Jar Jar. Actually, giving Derrick money is not. Now we already saw a Darksaber go earlier, but giving Derrick a bunch of money is bad news because he loves those big Darksabers and he loves those My Allies, and you're just feeding his engine, giving him money. Not that it's a huge deal at this point because Jar Jar is in a rough spot, but. But with $5, Cole can maybe play another Boomas and get 4 Boomas out. Okay, Vibro Cutlass for 4. On to Jar Jar. In comes Luke, I would imagine. Nope, he still opens with Ezra. Very disciplined play. Ezra rolls the special. Alright, doesn't matter what Ezra rolled actually, because in comes Jar Jar for a reroll. Jar Jar's on the discard and the 2 shield. And then Cole rerolls into the blank on the Vibrocallus. Here comes the big guy with 2 1 shields on Luke, a 1 melee on the Ancient, so he's showing 3 damage, right? Actually, that's not true. He's showing 4. One of those shields is a 2. And that's it. We're calling it. So, round 1 goes to Derrick. Good job, Derrick. We'll be back very shortly with round 2. Thanks for watching.